Hi guys, now we are going to draw a same kind of profiles and views related to in our AutoCAD area. Just to look at these drawings, here we have two different kind of representations. One is on section view, another one is on front view. First we are going to draw the profiles on the section view area. Once we draw the profile, then we can easily draw relate to its other portions. First set in units, type a command of UN in a command line and initiate a decimal value of 0.0 and a millimeter. Then draw a centerline profile. Once we pick a point, the horizontal dimensions is nothing but a 30 mm. First we primarily focus on to draw a profile on the centerline portions. It is 30 mm. Select a top in this area to make it into the center of its portions. Then draw a vertical line. What is the dimensions of this vertical line? From the center, the dimensions is nothing but a 62 mm. From center to this center point. If you look at this is the exact criteria of the area. From center to the bottom portions is nothing but 62 mm. Once we mention a 62 mm of the dimensions, automatically it placed on its area. Now form a fillet, selecting a radius, then assigning the radius of 20 mm to make the sharp edges into a normal tangential formations. So assign the radius of 20 mm and select this two opposite line profiles, the horizontal line as well as the vertical line. Once we created a center line, based on that we can able to draw a left region as well as a right region. First draw and starts from this bottom portions itself. From the end point, we are going to draw one rough horizontal line with the dimensions of 10 mm. Why 10 mm means the overall diameter is nothing but 20 mm, half the value is 10 mm. Then draw a vertical line. It is the dimensions of 4 mm. Just look at this bottom portion, it is the dimensions of 4 mm. Then escape the sketch right now. From the origin, we are going to draw another profile vertically. It is having the same kind of a distance of 4 mm. Then draw one horizontal line profile on the left region. The diameter of this another circular area is 25 mm. Then the radius is nothing but 12.5 mm. So mention 12.5 in the line profile. Then draw a vertical line. The overall from bottom to top at this overall distance is 9 mm. Once we reduce the values of 4, the excess value is 5 mm. Now draw on a horizontal line. Before that, first we are going to use an offset entities to create and form a sketch at two different portions within the dimensions itself. Type a command of OF and initiate a distance. What is the offset distance? The outer diameter circle is nothing but a 15 mm diameter. Half of the value is 7.5 mm. So mention 7.5 mm in the command line and choose this vertical line to offset the entities up to 7.5 mm distance. From both portions, not only on the left region, also the right region. Select it and again select on the right area. It is placed from left portions to right portions. Once we draw the profile, next draw one simple horizontal line by intersecting with each other. After that, remove the portions by using of trim entities. So type a command of TR in a command line and remove this excess portions also. Before that, we need to draw another line profiles. Then only we can able to use the trim entities. What is the dimensions of it? It is 11 mm. That is the overall diameter. So again, initiate offset entities again. Right click, repeat input. Go to the region input, select offset entities and mention the distance of 5.5 because the overall diameter is 11, half the value is 5.5. From the center line, I just initiate a two opposite line profile. Select one by one and place your cursor based on your representations. Then trim the excess number of the area. Type a command of TR. Based on the intersections, remove these areas one by one. If the entity is not gets trimmed, we can select and delete this profile also. Okay. Now just exit the sketch. Escape from this current modifying entities and select this portion, delete it. Then we can mirror the left entities into the right region. Type a command of MI and choose this profile. First one, second one, third one, fourth one and fifth one. Enter it. From the endpoint, under erase source object, just select no to remove from its portions. Again, type a command of TR in a command line, then remove this particular areas. Then form a profiles at the top zones. Use a line profile, type a command of L from the center point Here the vertical dimensions, it is not directly represented on the section views. If you look at the left portions, here it is, the radius indicates nothing but a 13 mm radius. So half of the value is 13 mm. Overall diameter is 26 mm. So mention 13 mm is the radius value. Then the horizontal dimension is 5 mm. So mention 5 mm. Now again draw one vertical line profile to intersect with each other. Then remove the excess portions by using of trim entities. Type a command of tr, double enter it and choose whatever the respective areas we need to trim out. Also use the erase if we cannot able to trim out or separate from our current region. We need to trim one of the particular portions. So again type a command of tr, enter it and choose this one also. Then use the mirror entities. Type a command of mi and select this respective profiles one by one from the center point. Using a horizontal line, we can able to mirror from bottom to top. Once we mirror the overall profile region, now we are going to form a chamfer at all portions. What is the distance of this top portion chamfer area? It is 1 into 45 degree on both the bottom circular edge as well as the top circular edge. So type a command of CHA, select angle. Under that angle, the initial distance is 1 mm, then the angle is 45 degree. Then choose a multiplier. Now select the edges. First vertical line, horizontal line, again horizontal line, vertical line, then one by one. Select one by one. From the bottom, I think the chamfer distance is different from the top one. So if you look at the drawing, I need to clear about it. What is the dimensions of this bottom chamfer portion is 2 into 45 degree on the top circular edges and the bottom circular edges is nothing but 3 into 45 degree. So repeat chamfer, go to the angle, mention a 2 mm distance, then the angle is 45 degree, it is nothing but select multiple and choose both the horizontal line as well as a vertical line profile. Again the horizontal line, vertical line. Then go to the angle again, change the distance into 3 mm. Select this horizontal and vertical line profile. Now mention that and select whatever the respective profiles we want to delete from it. Delete it now. Okay, then close this overall profiles and copy it into this drawing. So use a line profile connecting two opposite endpoints, top point as well as a bottom point. Same as like the another one. Again from the bottom portions, left to right. Again left to right. Once we draw the profiles. Now, just to transfer this line profile into a center line. Before that, we need to join the overall line based on the continuity. First is select, type a command of J in a command line. Then select this line profile, the overall continuity of this center portions. Enter it. Once we join the line into a single entity, then we are going to change the property of the line profiles. So go to the top bilayer sections. Under the different types of a line category, choose this one and select load. Here we have a different kind of an options. On that, I am going to prefer a center line. Also center line have a different kind of a types. Choose whatever you want and enter it. Now select this line and go to this line category, change this parameters. Once we change the parameters, automatically the sections gets changed. Now we need to form only hatches on both the closed regions. So type a command of H and using a pick points to select this internal regions. Then increase the scale ratio. Once we increase the scale, automatically the hatches is clearly indicates. Okay, now the hatches is formed on this closed portions. The right view is drawn now. Based on the right view, you are going to draw the profile from the front area. Before that, I am going to create a reference line in this zone. Type a command of Excel in a command line from the center point just to draw one horizontal line profile. Again, type a command of Excel. Then choose this bottom one. First, we need to position the profiles. That's why I use this construction line and pick both the endpoints. It is like an axis. Now we can easily able to draw the profile from the alignment itself. So let's draw. Simple circular profile. Type a command of C in the command line. Choose a particular portions. Then initiate a radius of 13 mm. Then draw one simple line profile from the center point. So selecting the point, here we already have a construction line. It is difficult to position on our current line profile in this area. That's why I am going to use a relative polar coordinate systems in these sections. The overall line distance is nothing but a 40 mm. So at 40 mm distance less than, what is the angle? 0 degree. So mention 0, enter it. The line profiles are drawn on the 0 degree itself. Again choose the circular profile from the center point. Pick this particular one and initiate a radius of 13 mm again. Then use a line profile. In this 40 mm line profile, here we have a center point. From the center point, we just draw one simple vertical line as a reference one. So draw from its particular point up to this positions. At the bottom of the sections, here we get an intersection line. So draw from this intersections and use a vertical line profiles. It is nothing but a 32 mm. Once we mention a 32 mm, by placing a cursor vertically, then connecting two opposite points. That is the first point. Again choose a line profile to connect another center points. Okay, let's draw another circular profile. It is nothing but the diameter of 15 mm. If you look at the right section view, the diameter is indicated. That's why we are using these portions to draw the profiles. So let's draw a circle from the center point. Go to the diameter, mention it 15 mm. Again select a circle from the center point 15 mm. Then offset the centerline profiles up to the distance. Type a command of OF in a command line and choose this center line, position it. Go to the offset entities. The distance is nothing but 7.5 mm. Then select the center line. That is the two opposite line profiles. First point, second point. Again selecting this vertical line. Next, trim the excess number of the portions. Type a command of TR in a command line, then select the appropriate area to remove from this current zone. From the intersections, I can easily able to trim this excess areas. If we cannot able to trim it, then use an erase, choose this particular profiles, then remove that. Okay. Let's draw one horizontal line profile at the top of its portions. So use a line from the top quadrant point up to this another portions. Draw a line profile. Okay, next we are going to create a bottom portions. So using this previous reference, I am going to create a profile. Type a command of Excel and select it from the reference area. From the reference, we can able to draw the profile. Now use a line to draw by using of the dimensions. Let's initiate a line profile now. The overall diameter is nothing but 20 mm. From the center, we just need to mention 10 mm. Here also we cannot able to position our profiles up to the right positions. That's why I use a relative polar coordinate systems again and mention at whatever the distance 10 mm. What is the angle? Less than 180 degree. If you want to place our profiles on the right region, we just mention 0 degree. On the left region, we need to mention 180 degree. Then draw one vertical line, coincide to this construction line. Again choose the line profiles from the end point, same as like. at whatever the distance, overall diameter is 25, half of the distance is 12.5 mm. Mention that less than 180 degree. And draw one vertical line. Then remove the excess number of the entities, that is delete the overall construction line. Select and delete it. Now draw one horizontal line profile from left to right center point. Then remove the excess number of the portions. Type a command of tr, then select whatever the areas it is indicates. Erase this particular line profiles also. Then mirror the portions. mi. Choose this line profiles on the left zone. Enter it. Based on the vertical reference, the entities mirror from left to right regions. Then form a chamfer portions at the particular area. The chamfer is nothing but the dimensions of 2 into 45 degree. Type a command of CHA and select angle type and mention the dimensions of 2 is the distance, 45 is the angle. Or if you look at these portions, use a construction line, first we take it as a reference. What is the exact portions the chamfer gets placed on this area? Once we get a clear indications, from the point only we are going to create a chamfer portions. Either we can use the construction line to draw on another line profile or simply form a chamfer by using our CHA command. Now type a command of CHA and choose an angle type. The distance is nothing but 2 mm. So mention 2 mm. Then the angle is 45 degree. Select multiple and choose this edges, horizontal and vertical edges. Then we can connect the two opposite endpoints using a line profile from left to right. Same as like a bottom one. Again the another one. Please go to the region input, draw another line profile. Once we draw a line profile, almost we created this zone also. Okay, let's take a look on this center line portions and delete the excess number of the entities. First delete this horizontal line and trim this inner sections. So type a command of tr and choose this inner portions in two opposite, both the left zone as well as the right zone. Select this one. Okay, then we need to form a small circular profile. What it is represent, on the right section view there is some kind of a chamfer or formed on this zone. We need to represent the chamfer in our current profiles. So use a center point circle to draw a profile and place it on this area. Type a command of C and place it on this area from the center point up to the reference, that construction line reference. Okay, then delete this construction line. Select both the horizontal construction line, delete it. Then trim these entities. Type a command of tr, then select two opposite portions. Delete it. Okay, let's form a fillet on the sharp edges. Before that, we can create a circular profile on a left quadrant as well as a right quadrant portions. The circular profile is nothing but the diameter of 5 mm radius. So initiate a radius of 5 mm. Same as like from the center point, draw on another circular profile. It is have the diameter of 4.5 mm. So go to the diameter sections and mention the values 4.5 mm. Then draw a same kind of a profiles. Instead of that, using a mirror entities, selecting the both left profiles from the top midpoint. Using this reference, I am going to project it from left to right zones. Then trim the excess areas using a trim entities. Just whatever the required portions we want to trim from our current zones. Both opposite portions. Once we trim the entities, now we can form a fillet at this particular sharp edges. Select fillet, initiate a radius of 5 mm. Then choose 4 circular sharp edges. If you apply a fillet directly on this particular zone, it is exit from that. Choose a multiple and apply a fillet, we can able to add it on the multiple areas. Once we form the fillet, again at the bottom of the section also, it is under the radius of 20 mm. So go to the radius and change the value of 20 mm. Then select the sharp edges. This one as well as this one. Okay. Now we just convert this line profiles into a center line. So selecting a line directly from this zones and transfer that into a center line. Once the areas gets transferred, now we need to form a fillet at the top portions also. So type a command of fillet in the area. Initiate radius is 5 mm and select the sharp edges. Form a fillet of 5 mm radius. Then use a center mark to create a center mark on 2 opposite circular profiles. Select this particular one also. It is now clearly represent like our drawing. Select this and remove these portions also. Now we completed our entire drawing on both the front view as well as the right section view based on our representation. Thank you.